bad? Why are you laughing so hard?
Because it's so bad. Right, I'm gonna run off too.
Bad.
Okay, it's bean water time. I'll be back.
Go for it.
It's like warm enough over here that like it's hot, but not warm enough that I'm sweating. And it's just garbage.
Well, that sounds kind of nice. If it's warm but you're not cold, you're sweating. It sounds pretty temperate, which sounds kind of like ideal, no?
I don't
Where's
like being
warm in a... Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm cold. Maybe that's why.
I feel like it's because you've grown up in a much colder environment normally, and I've grown up in a much hotter climate normally. So it's like the other option sounds nice because it's different.
This is true. Also, usually the inverse of what you're currently in is usually more appealing.
Yeah. I just think the sun was a mistake, you know? Also, it's kind of humid out because it's supposed to rain today, and then be raining for like 4 more days after today.
Be right back.
Alright.
Aloha.
Alright.
Alright, we dead yet?
I mean, I'm working on it.
Try harder, goddammit.
I could just drown you in the lake if you want that so bad.
I mean, rather not me, but you know.
Well, you provoked the situation, you go first. That's how it works.
I'll take a minor skip on that one.
Sorry, Death doesn't take skips. It just waits
What
patiently.
was that?
Sorry, Death doesn't skip people, it just waits patiently.
Well, death can go suck it.
Why did the people that made League of Legends make a card? Oh, money. I forgot.
Oh, of course. I mean, how could you ever forget that one?
Yes, truly a silly question.
Exactly. Ho 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 ho. What we're seeing anyway, like with Star Wars? Or am I just hearing that wrong?
Star Wars?
That's what I heard.
No. I was saying, League of Legends.
I need to sleep. League of Legends. How did I turn that to Lego?
League,
How
Lego,
the
I don't know.
hell? Oh, I don't know. It's like half fucking 12. Leave me alone.
It's
My brain is fried.
and you've also had cider.
I mean, one can and it's 4.5.
One can is
so-
enough, apparently.
I mean, I haven't drank in a while. Hello.
I want a muffin.
Muffin. Oh, actually, muffin would be good.
Right? I was just scrolling through Twitter
Yeah.
and somebody had like a cat-shaped muffin. I'm like, that looks delicious.
Oh my god. Cat shaped.
Yeah,
Aw.
it was like the little cat face with little kitty ears. And it was a muffin top.
Ah. As opposed to the other cat ears that you get.
Hmm.
Pretty cute. No, I'm just beating a whole load of fucking biscuits.
I return.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Tango has this habit of following me to the bathroom and then climbing onto my lap and then chilling there. And I'm like, this is really cute, but I'm done
Yeah,
pooping.
but like
I'm
not now.
occupied.
I'm done pooping and I sort of want to go.
Kinda gotta clean everything up down there. Come on, you gotta go.
I know. Can't really wipe with this going on.
Also, kitty.
We're all back.
I think.
I believe so. Is Fred here?
Apparently not.
Oh, okay. Fred's there.
Silence. He's thinking of ways to steer the conversation. Jokes on him. I was also thinking of that. And that one role, which, is probably a bit important. A little bit.
The Chris one.
Yeah, he's not rolling well today. He has been rolling well the past, 2 weeks.
What was the check for again? I completely blanked out.
For discerning religious dogma
Oh, yeah.
and trying to subtly tease it out of Ramafti.
Oh well, win some, you lose some.
I feel the most insulting part is just the bonus D4 that would do nothing no matter what, still rolled a 1.
Yeah. I know.
Not only did you fail, not only will this not help you, but it will make the failing feel worse.
Just sort of rub salt in the wound.
Effectively, yes.
Yeah.
I feel like most of your guys' time in this mini campaign isn't going to be spent in town.
Hi.
Welcome back. I think most of your time in the mini campaign is going to be spent going in between the towns.
Most likely. And then all the crazy
It's going
shit
back
we
and
bump into.
forth. Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's fine. I can accept that.
All right, we're all back. So yeah, that's that 8 in charisma though, plus 1, so that's a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Still below double digits there, which is unfortunate. So yeah, you're talking to Ramafti about your tribe's customs in terms of religious worship, and we're trying to tease out similar topic with Mafti. For the most part, with how this roll goes, he basically is agreeing with you. He's like, oh, yes, 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 we worship this god, yes, yes. All this sort of stuff. Like, we do these similar customs, similar practices. He has, like, a couple of exceptions here and there. He's engaged in genuine conversation when you guys are clearly, well, maybe not clearly to Ramafti, but for your guys' own self-internal, auditing. You guys are clearly trying to get to a very specific deity and that manner of worship. But Ramafti doesn't ever seem to bring it up himself. He just keeps going off what you're saying, riffing off you, so to speak.
Okay. Yeah. If he doesn't take the debate, I'll just eventually sort of drift the conversation back down the topic.
What do you talk about to get there?
I'll go into the more martial aspects of my own past. We'll talk a bit about my mentor, Stefanos, who taught me how to fight. And that it's largely thanks to him that I have a connection to my past.
Does anyone else of you all engage in the conversation, or are you guys leaving it to your designated Ligeratus?
No, I'll chat along, I guess.
Yeah, I don't have too much to add, but I'll be part of it.
Jace would try to bring up the topic of like the place we came across earlier.
The hut?
Yeah. And see if he knows of the potential deities, idols that we saw there.
Do you just say it like outright? Like you just like say what the things you found in there are?
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, just because I feel like it's prevalent to the conversation a bit.
Well, then lead me into it. Our role playing and my role playing game. What is this? They should really put some sort of disclaimer on the cover or something. Everything a player needs to create heroic characters for the world's greatest role playing game. What a fucking joke! Fuck you, PHP. Yeah, leave me in with it. Pretend Ramafti and Magnus were talking about Nevro's stuff. Nevro's martial culture.
I had a question about something we came across earlier. I didn't recognize it entirely myself, so I was wondering if it's just something you might know of that I just simply don't have the experience with.
What is it?
We came across some small, I believe they were just idols.
Idols?
Yes.
What
Potentially of some fell gods. They seemed... One of them seemed to be large, themed towards gluttony to an extent.
Look,
Garth is trying to remember what the other ones looked like. I think one of them was sharpened marble.
marble shard with
Jagged, yeah.
Jagged marble,
Yeah.
and there was one more, wasn't there?
A pit with leather, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Leather wrapped
It
around a
was.
nail or a pigeon.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
one was much more distinct in its design. It's a large body that had a ravenous appearance about it with a singular eye. The other two were much more vague in my
Do you have these idols?
we did not take them. I could make a sketch for you if you desire.
Do so.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll do his best to draw out the idols that we've seen.
Roll me sleight of hand. See how well you can draw.
And he
Yes.
gives himself guidance because I don't think I'm good at this. Fuck.
If it was so easy to draw when you just want to draw, the world would be so much easier for
I'm
me.
making so much money. So, ooh, nice.
23. Your shading of it is on point, which is pretty fucking good considering you guys saw it in the dark or dark vision. So there's no light.
So how does shading fucking work?
With a theoretical light source,
Gotcha.
which is, perspective work.
Very hard. I have trouble with that
You
shit.
slide over 3 different sheets of parchment, allow him to like peruse them. He's like sucking out the innards of a crawfish or something. Just I know these two. This one is very close to me. This other one, this mouthy one. I do not know this one. He like picks it up, like he like slides it closer. I'm assuming with a 23, you draw out like multiple angles and stuff like that. He's like he just splits between them. Not very.
Yeah, it's
30.
not particularly devilish.
Maybe devilish. Maybe.
There was a book written in Infernal, so... Right. We came across a diary of theirs. Oh, names.
Written in devil tongue.
Correct.
Yeah, I cannot read this.
Do you know the names Durathavi and Kenton?
No.
Okay.
I do not interact with outside town much. You can talk
That's
to
what I
other people, but I do not know where to point to for that.
Very well.
The side of something's in mouth about it. Mouth. Big, yes, indicate big. Hungered. But it's too big.
Unnecessarily so.
Necessarily so. I'm not sure though. How big is this? All of them. How big are they? Just
I don't think
copy?
terribly large. Yeah, a few inches large, I believe. He does like approximation with his hands of how large it would be.
He's asking if you drew it to scale.
Oh, if I drew it to scale? Yes.
Like makes a fist and like sort of puts it over like where the mouth is. I think there are the piece you're missing for this. Something to eat. He gets on the mangoes he had before, the not crawfish one, and just puts it there.
So do you think it's like a duality kind of fell god or something?
What is this word?
Think of like twins. Like they come in pairs. As almost a balance.
Yes, I think
Two things that belong together that are somehow opposite.
No, I do not think opposite, no.
It's like the duality of a man. He can tell the truth, but he can also lie.
No. I think second part of this. Like key. Lock. Key. And to his unknowing nebulous innocence, he does sex motion with finger put into hole.
Oh.
Then just drinks.
Jace makes a concerted effort not to crack a smile or anything like that.
Key. Look. He puts them together. These two I know. Well, I know of this one. I know this one very dear. This other village. Other tribe. Mountain one.
Right, correct.
Only seen it one time. One ran away. Coward. New. They don't have this before. Well, according to my ancestor.
Right. Wonder what's changed. And you lot haven't ever been able to speak to them, have you?
No, they speak other tongue, not devil tongue, not common, no Nevos. Do not know what it is. They've never been able to speak with us or us to them.
Interesting. I wonder why.
Fine by me. They stay on the mountain. We have everything else. This one.
Yes.
He taps the third one. This is our town.
Very well. Yes, I've seen that symbol occasionally on the houses. I thought as much. Okay, so there's one of the mountain group, one of yours, and one of a third factor that we don't know of.
Big mouth group.
Big mouth with apparently something else that could go into it. Okay.
Key.
Finger and whole notion.
Yes, key. You see Genevieve out of the corner, I just shaking her head in disapproval.
I'll lean over and in Neighbors, I will explain to him what that gesture means for a provincial person.
Give him a smidgen.
Oh, you mean this? And he does like, okay, so make, if you want to copy this, make an okay sign with your hand.
Yes.
Okay, so like all three.
Uh-huh.
Bend your pinky back, so it's touching like your palm. So you have like, it's almost like you're flipping someone off, except you have an okay hand. And then do the same motion.
Huh.
So this one has a balls. This your versus.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah.
You mean this?
Yes.
Why do you like this? Is this how you use this?
No,
It's more like
it's just a simpler usage.
the
of it.
action, if that makes sense.
So you know, have big one, big, and he taps his hand, the fist.
I imagine it's most likely
would
case to case.
insinuate the ball sack, and guess in his perception, wouldn't it?
Oh, dearie me.
No, those two are both parts, male and female.
I don't ask anymore. You confuse me. But yes, so big mouth,
Yes.
key, and this is key.
Yes.
Key. He just gives like you all look. Key.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
No.
I didn't want to bring it up. I felt it was
Nothing
unnecessary.
down
which
there.
is, we understand. what
Keyhole.
you're doing. Yes.
This mountain village one. New. This ours is serpent. Lake serpent.
Mm-hmm. Could be intertwined with what is happening with the rivers, but I also have no evidence for that. So. Nevertheless, that is quite valuable information. Thank you for that. Oh, do you know... No, you wouldn't know the name of the other village because you can't understand them, but...
I have name for other village. I do not know what they call it, though.
What do you call it?
The Jela Lewin. Oh, I'll spell for you guys.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
the accent was a little thick on that.
Here's a catch. Out of game, that is what that village calls itself. That's where they got it from.
Mm-hmm.
So it technically is their name for their own village. Technically. Now the thing is, he doesn't say it the right way. Out of game, the language they speak that no one else speaks is Druidic. The mythos archetype of druids comes from Celts and the like, as far as my history lessons go. I guess the difference is Celts back in the day didn't have a written language. That's why Nevros is accidentally Celtic. Druidic does have a written language, etc., etc. But, you know, there is that sort of Gaelic tonation and accent to saying this, which he doesn't have. He has a Russian accent, so he says it wrong. But that is how he knows it. So if you want to say this correctly, just throw on your thickest fucking Gaelic accent you can. I don't even know what defines a Gaelic accent versus like anything else, but
Don't have a single clue how to do that.
yeah. But nonetheless, that's how they call it. But it's not my dwarvish accent or something, be more racially ambiguous. Anyway, so yeah, the Jailer Lowen. That is what they scream and shout when we ask about it, if they understand us. We tried to talk of them long ago. Long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not to work out.
I have another question that may be related, but might not be. Did something big happen about a decade ago?
Big?
Eventful?
Decade?
Approximately 12 years.
No. Wait. He asks your guys' liaisons, Milda and Roslana, like if they have anything come to mind. He asks us in Nevros. It doesn't seem like they speak common, which, you know,
Yeah.
he's a one book. They shake their heads. 10, 12 years? No? Why? Is this important?
Apparently not. Some of the signs we saw on our way here were that old.
Forest is ancient. Just like lake, mountains, all this time. So, I do not know. None of the stories my ancestors told me said anything of this, but there is only so much they told me before they go. See Genevieve, like, she's not in the periphery view of Ramofti, so, and you can see her out of the corner of your guys' eyes shaking her head, like, disappointedly.
Have you considered writing it down for your own legacy?
No.
How come?
Writing too much. Too many things. Too many questions. Set in past. Purposely set in past. No. Way of Nevros, you know this. Speak. Tell stories. Story is all one need know.
Then why not write down the stories?
Story change. Time change us. Change story too. Not matter of past, it's matter of now. And story change with now. To be helpful for now. Not helpful for past. Past is different. Past is not now. Now is important. Now
This
needs
is true.
answer. He's basically saying writing something down sets its context in the past, which are not helpful, always helpful, rather, in the present. The woes of the past do not necessarily are the same as the woes of the present. And that's how Nevro's storytelling goes. It will actually fluctuate from storyteller to storyteller, generation to generation, to fit whatever time period it fits. That being said, Nevros don't usually have that drastic of a change. Not like the one Ramofti in this town might face if they join the provincial fold. That's different. But overall, like, themes, the general layout of the story, the lesson behind it, these are the things that are important to Nevros history and culture. Like, they don't need to know necessarily the exact person's name, you know, and all this stuff, where exactly where it happened, what time, what day it was of the week or the year or whatever. They just need to know the event happened, what the person doing it was like, and what the purpose of the story is, which is, don't steal or don't be an asshole or whatever story they're telling. It's a thematic story versus a historical story.
Yes.
And that's the general mindset for most Nevos. Their tradition is built into the Dutch. And vice versa. That I think, no. You, he points at Jace. You right. I see you. You write all this. Focus on book. Study. Study is good. Do not study so much. You do not notice this. And he gestures to like the temple and everything. Like your surroundings. Past okay. But people in past dead. I alive. Will become dead. Will become dead faster if I focus on past. So I focus on present.
There we have a difference in philosophy, you and I. I try to dig up the past so that I do not need to make the same mistakes, to learn the same lessons.
I know mistakes have passed. Stories tell me this. I tell the stories to others, to children. They learn lesson.
This is very wise.
No,
but
put it on outside building.
and what I'm more precisely referring to is the stories of others, not necessarily stories of me and my kin. Stories I have never heard before.
Well, that is you.
It is indeed.
Tribe or no tribe stories. Always do. Well, I am Alas. Always will. It's like drinking some mead. You go to other town, find out their stories. Find out why they talk so funny. Why they not learn how to. Find out why they talk first. Never got that.
Given time, perhaps we should do that. But first, we have a problem of yours that we need to solve.
I tell town to double boil water. So far, work. So no speedy need. Anything else you guys want to ask her him after you or talk to him about? If you guys really want to know about the pin server, you could ask him outright, but that has its own stuff with it. Everything does, to be fair, though.
Well, I think Magnus is going to wait with further pushing or inquiring. He wants to gain some goodwill first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to know, but I also do know Rebecca has to leave in, like, now. So.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yes, sorry.
No, that's
I
fine.
know.
Go talk to your professor.
Yeah, thing.
Oi,
Go talk to your Alice.
indeed. I guess maybe Dusk will just kind of wander off and go to bed.
I imagine like we're
He's
calling
feeling
the
awfully
day
Yeah.
now, so unless you guys want to do like nightly sleuthing, which is a bit, I don't know, you might up to you guys, but but yeah, it's up to you guys. If nothing else, though, we're just gonna say that Dusk, in his weakened status, which hasn't been fixed, rests.
Yeah. I'll thank Ramati again, and maybe go off to bed.
It's like the same room. It's like you go from one side of the room to the other side of the room.
Yeah. Well, Dusk is used to sleeping on the battlefield, and like he doesn't care. It's whatever.
Fair enough. Dusk slept. But yeah, if that's all for your perspective on Dusk, you're free to leave.
Okay.
Thank you for
I will
playing.
see you guys next week. Thank you as well.
See you.
See you around.
Bye.
Bye.
So, you remaining 3 of you. Anything you guys want to do? Ramati's still here. He's gonna go in a bit, but anything else you guys want to ask him about?